Hello everyone, welcome to SC2 Noob School. I hope everyone's having a nice non-denominational winter solstice celebration. Today we're just going to have a quick cast of just a certain strategy that this Protoss player is using. This Protoss player is Adele Scott. Don't know anything about him. And Lakio. I'm sure someone that speaks some other language that this makes perfect sense in is gonna message me after I just tried to pronounce that and be like, dude, that's my actual name in real life, and I offended them. Either way, so we're gonna be watching this entirely from Adele Scott's perspective because I can pronounce his name. That's the reason we're doing it. Anyway, this Protoss strategy is a very solid strategy that I would recommend to someone who is really starting to get the feel for what it feels like to execute a solid build order with, you know, not messing up mechanically, messing up timings of things and stuff like that, but really feel like they have a good concept of macro under their fingers, at least off of a just strong one base timing push, and so this is, yeah, that type of person is who I'd recommend this to. And this build is going to be a 3 Warpgate Robotics push. Okay, so the basic concept of it is you just build 3 warp gates, or 3 gateways, make them warp gates, get 1 robotics facility, usually pump out an observer first out of your robotics facility, and then from there you can choose to do a couple different things with this build. You can scout and then choose to chrono boost your warp gates and get tons of units out if you want to go for a strong push, or feel like you are going to be in the need to defend a strong push, or you can just not build too many units out of your warp gates and just expand and get a nexus. You've got a couple sentries out already, so those will help you secure your nexus, and it really won't be a problem. If some timing push is coming or some attack is coming in, then you've got 3 warp gates and a robotics facility. That's pretty versatile. You can defend a lot with that. So I really like this strategy. I think it's a very solid build. There's not too much you have to worry about in terms of like hard counters, anything that's going to really hard counter that. And the observer is actually quite an important part of this build, just because it lets you know what the other player is doing, and then you can just react accordingly from there. So I really don't understand this probe scouting direction. I would recommend scouting the close land positions every time, because if there's going to be a strong push coming in, it'll be most dangerous from that spot. And I just selected the wolf statue and centered on it. Oh, the wolf statue doesn't have a portrait. Oh, come on, wolf statue. That's lame. Blizzard, patch in a portrait for wolf statue. That's what I want in the new patch. Forget chat channels. We don't need chat channels. Wolf statue, man. I feel for you, man. Alright, so he's choosing to go for the latest scout I've ever seen in my life, and finally scouting the close position, and all he gets to see is a couple marauders and a marine. So from that, you can pretty much figure out that he's at least got a tech lab barracks, right? And he's actually pumping marauders out. So I'm thinking it's probably not a Banshee rush. Gosh, without seeing any gas, it's still really hard to say what could be going on. 2 marauders and 1 marine. Very tough to say. So I haven't been concentrating a lot on the build here because I think I don't know, it's really not that that difficult to grasp, honestly. Just, you know, continually make probes, chrono boost whenever you want to, get sentry and stalker out. Some people get a zealot first, and then just build these 3 warp gates in this robotics facility. You know what, I will rewind it real quick because I wasn't really paying attention to the build, and we'll just go through it really fast. Alright, so we went gateway into robotics. La-da-da. Another gateway down and building, he actually did not build a stalker first, he built a sentry first. You get both your gas down relatively quickly. Blah blah blah. Getting a stalker out here just in case a marauder comes up or anything like that. Another sentry for those force fields when you're going to want them later. And then, here we go, robotics facility and then your gateway. So I guess it's 2 gateways, and then a robotics facility, and then a gateway. Alright, so here we are, we're back. So Adele Scott needs, this is the time where he wants to be trying to figure out what his opponent is doing. So I guess he is going to get a immortal out of this robotics facility first. I'm guessing he's just doing this because he saw a lot of marauders and he feels like there may be some kind of push coming, which if we go check real quick, we can see that the Terran player is doing the good old 3 racks build, 2 tech labs, 1 reactor, getting stim, getting concussive grenade, and definitely gonna be a push coming out of this, no question. Alright. So getting 1 immortal, because he's already seen marauders and thinks that they're, you know, a strong possibility, and continue and making some units out of these warp gates. Now these units are going to be useful for you whenever your observer comes out and you can actually make this decision of, do I want to expand, or do I want to go for an attack, or do I need to build a bunch of units to defend? And he actually gets that information right now. Instead, he sees a bunch of marauders, quite a few marines, and even SCVs being pulled. So this instantly he's knowing, I gotta start warping in units, and we should see him chrono boosting. He's got some chrono boost saved up, but I would think after seeing this once again, he's definitely gonna want to chrono boost something out. Oh, that's a little bit of a mistake, I think. I don't know. Perhaps he just feels very confident that he can hold this with his sentries. At this point, all Adele Scott is thinking is, hey, I need to get good sentries or good force fields off. If you can cut the army off in the middle, it's way less dangerous. So he's gonna pull his observer in here. He doesn't want to bring it above the army completely. Okay, he's trapping a couple SCVs in. Not the greatest force fields. Maybe he should have waited a little bit longer, but he does have plenty of energy on these sentries, so he can afford to waste a couple force fields. Notice he's not wanting to bring his observer on top of the army. This observer is actually really key to getting those force fields off. If you're on, if you just have your units up here and you can't see the units before they start coming out, you really have to have a good eye, either on your units or on the mini-map. So he's, is he choosing to chrono boost yet? Chrono boosted something, whatever it was. He's definitely moving out with a big attack. Got 3 immortals by now, 4 sentries, a couple stalkers, some zealots, and this is looking quite scary now. In fact, the Terran army stims to run away. I'm going to go ahead and turn on everyone vision for this battle here. Able to trap a few units with those force fields. Not too many, but still. A lot of energy on the sentry. That's why you want to get these sentries out early. To just build up that energy, and if you can keep your original ones alive, you don't have to spend that costly gas in the late game to build more of them. Continuing to rally in units, he's got a pylon set up, getting more stalkers, and I'm guessing there's going to be a strong attack here. Let's watch what he does real quick. This is a mark of a good player right here. Alright, he's got this big ball of units that he could attack up into this ramp with. He's definitely wanting to attack, but what's he doing here? Nicely rearranging his army the way he wants his army to go in. He wants his zealots and immortals to be in the front, and then the sentries in the back laid on force fields, and the stalkers to shoot past the zealots. Going in there, nice force fields, blocking stuff off. The zealots are taking so much damage, actually. It's totally crazy. And he's going to be warping in more units here, continuing to reinforce. Those immortals are doing a really nice job on cleaning it up. One immortal with 5 kills, one with 6 kills, another with 5 kills. Those immortals are doing so much damage. Really helping him out here a lot, and it looks like he's going to be able to hold this off. Immortals are so good versus marauders. Finally going down to 6 kills, 8 kills on that immortal, and the GG from Laukio. Anyway, I strongly recommend trying a push like this if you're a Protoss player. It's, relatively easy to do, and can give you a high win percentage, but isn't anything really cheesy. Anyway, tell Blizzard, get a picture for Wolf statue. Peace out.